Object, start.
Hello everyone, my name is Matias. I'm part of Group 4 and we are going to explain to you how is the organizational and human resource management of Danish company. Have you heard about Danish company once before?
Yes.
No? Do you know about how the company started? Okay,
No.
let's begin with that. In this project we are going to talk about how is the story of the company, which is the mission of the company when they start and now today. How is the organizational structure of the company? How are the different leadership styles that the company are using? Which are the powers and quality, the recruitment process, and also the performance appraisal that the company has. Well, the company starts in 1953 as Danny Donuts. They were like not a restaurant like it's today, it's just a place to eat donuts with coffee. And it started with these two CEOs at the beginning, Richard Jesak and Harold Butler. Those are the main brains behind the company. After 1956, Danny's changed to Danny Coffee Shop, and Richard Jesak leaves the company. So Harold Butler take all the goals by his own, and between 1956 and 1961, he started to develop the idea of becoming a franchise. So to avoid an illegal situation with another brand that used to be in the US, he decided to change Danny's name to Danish names, and after that he became a franchise and developed a Danish restaurant. In 1988, this company was acquired here in New Zealand as a New Zealand-based brand by Rapongi Excursions Limited, that is the one that owns the companies here, the franchise in New Zealand. This used to be the mission of Danny Donuts at the beginning, that as you can see there is the serve of the best cup of coffee, make the best donuts, give the best service, offer the best value, and stay open 24 hours a day. This is the main core of the Danny restaurant too. Instead of doing coffee, they are preparing meals and other stuff that they added. So now Danny's experience on the Danny's mission is related to give the highest level of guest satisfaction, courteous and attentive service, quality of food product, clean environment, family restaurant, but all of that it's made because of the employees that work in their company. So what Danny is doing is trying to keep the employee behavior really high to be sure that the customers are going to receive a really, really good quality of service through that. So right now I'm going to expose to you the source of power. So what do you think that a source of power is? Do you have any idea?
No.
Okay, a source of power is a tool that managers actually can use to generate some, create some feeling in the employees. So what they usually do is to give the employees like feedback or trying to create authority or do something that engage them to work more or improve their performance in the company. So this tool has a straight impact in the employee behavior. These are the main 10 sources of power that we can find in the industry. We have formal power, legitimate power, expert power, referent power, coercive power, reward power, informational power, connection power, political power, and charismatic power. Any company works with at least 2 of these powers. Anyone can work with just one. So there is usually a mix. It's the same that happens usually with the leadership styles. There is not just one leadership style. People mix them. Instead of every situation that is happening, they have to know how to handle and know how to push the employee according to how is their behavior and how are they going to react while we are pushing them through our power. In the case of Dennis, we realize that they have mostly 3 types of powers that they are implementing. The first one is the expert power. Depending on the level of the company that the people could be, the manager, the CEO, or the low level or supervisors level, they implement the expertise power. This has to do mainly with the grade of knowledge that the people in charge has. It's related also with the skills that they have, the expertise that they have, and the quality of problem solving that they could develop in the company. This source of power is mainly related with it's mainly generating to the employees a feeling of safety. It could bring a respect level to the employee, to the manager, but mainly this give to the employee just the feeling of safety. Then we can talk about a referent power. Here in the picture we can see Nelson Mandela, that used to be a really, really good leader, and a lot of people want to become in certain way like him. So this is because of the charisma, which is the main quality that a reference power has. They also have skills, because you cannot reach like being the president of a country if you have no skills, but it's mainly the charisma of the people. It's also related to the expertise and the quality of problem solving, and this generates in the employee mainly a behavior to emulate the person, and mostly admiration instead of respect. You can respect, but admiration is higher than the respect to that people. And the third one that we believe that Dennis applied is legitimate power. This is mainly the one that is used in the low-level commands, where usually waiters have legitimate some of the waiters that had more years in the company, so they try to follow them to learn about the qualities that they have and try to copy that. So legitimate power is more related to the positional power that the people has in certain way because of the year that the employee is working in the company. And this creates to the employee the behavior of safety, but if the employee earn a position because of the years, it also could create disconformity and uncertainty to the other employee, because some of them could believe that even though they have less years in the company, their skills are higher than the one that was promoted. So in this case, the legitimate power the company needs to pay much more attention about how are they going to work with that to avoid this kind of situation in the company. Because if this happens, the employees that are below, in a level below that the managers could disagree and start reducing their performance at work. Well, manager has different tactics and different influence tactics to trying to promote or increase the performance of the employees. One that we believe that could be useful for Dennis is developing of the personal skills. There are a lot of managers that believe that training the employees is useful because they can leave the company. But it's better to keep them in the company well trained, and if they leave, it's a shame for the company, but it's better to keep them trained in our company than keep it without training, and if they stay, could be worse. So we believe that one of the things that Dennis could do is improve their employee skill through training month after month, and obviously they need to measure it, because we need to know if the training that we are providing is a waste of money for the company and time, or is giving us good results. And another thing that the manager could do to influence the employees is using rational persuasion and inspirational appeals. What do we mean about this? The manager has to be logic. So in most of the companies, the goals, the objective, the tasks need to be provided to the employees in a really, really good way and very, very clear, to avoid double sense in the communications, or generating to the employee the feelings or the problematic of doesn't know or don't know what they have to do. And another thing to influence them is giving them inspirational appeals. This means that you can go deeper in the feeling of the person without obviously trying to generate that behavior of improving their performance by giving accomplishment and trying to follow them and guide them through good appeals. Another thing that we think that the management could do to improve the quality of the employees and it could increase the capability of the company is to create a mentoring plan and a coaching strategy in order to make the employee be more participative with the management task. This creates a movement in the company that makes that the manager could start to be focused in higher level decisions rather than be in the day-by-day decisions only. So this give to the employee the possibility to take care of their job and try to embrace the job as if they were their own manager. Obviously, they need to report what they are doing to their manager, but that they need to be sure that they are doing their tasks properly and they know what are they doing. So this could be done by a mentoring plan or a coaching strategy that could be done by the managers or hire external companies to provide that kind of development to the employees. What do you think about the appraisals? What are the appraisals of the company? There is one that is the first one that we all know that we need it. Which one is that one? The first appraisal that we need when we are going to work. Do you have an idea? The first appraisal that we want is the salary. When we are going to do a task in a company, we want to be recognized by a salary. So we have the minimum wage here in New Zealand that is related to the position that we are going to have. But there is another appraisal that has to do with two main things. One is to generate in the employee like a goal to reach. So if they believe that they have something to reach, you can motivate them by giving a reward. It could be a bond, it could be send them to holidays or giving it's like a reward. And another purpose is high behind that is measuring them. So by this we can develop a strategic plan, and through that strategic plan we can know if the performance of our employee is working or is not, and where are these employees failing. So this is something that is useful too by using the appraisals. So for our, according to our analysis about Dennis, the appraisal that Dennis is using is related to annually rewarded. This appraisal is more focused in the productivity of the company and is measured by different data tests that we can have through feedback from our customers that could be online or in a pool in the same place. And what Danish franchise used to do is create a competition between the different restaurants. So they give an appraisal at the end of the year according to which one has the best feedback from the customer, rather than the production itself. So this is very important for create competition between. We can say that is a good competition because it's like a game between the different restaurants in order to reach the goals and get the reward. And how manager can contribute in the effective performance of the employee. This is really, really important. As I said before, the manager should be clear with their goals. So if they do that and they can explain exactly what they want from the employee, what they can do is create not just like a plan, just being like the leader and follow them and be with the employee trying to reach their best. And they have to be objectives while they are analyzing the feedback that they want, because if they have a personal issue with the employee because of something that could happen, they need to avoid that and they need to focus about what they want of the employee and be objective with that. And the strategy has to be measurable, because they need to create a feedback in order to let the employee know if he's improving or not according to what the company wants from them and this plan. Any questions?
No. No questions. It was exceptional.
Thank you.